We picked up this Citroën C4 for under 10 grand. Now we're turning it into a rally beast, step by step. Battery's dead, belt's gone, but she's alive, and we're just getting started. This thing's a total wreck, but there's a reason we grabbed it. It's a former WRC champion. Loeb drove this model to victory, and we got it for under $10,000. Wild. This beat-up Citroën C4? That's our base car. Now we head back to the shop and start turning it into a rally machine. First step, strip the inside clean. Seats, gone in seconds. We ripped out the dash. Too many speed limiters. A race car needs to be simple. Everything extra? Gone. Interior stripped clean. Next up, drop the engine. First, we pulled off the body panels, then drained the fluids, oil, coolant, all of it. One by one, the parts came off. Front axle, gone. The engine came out easy. We kept tearing it down, no holding back. Every wire in this car getting redone from scratch. The old stuff's useless. The car's stripped to its shell, just a clean frame now. Next, the drivetrain. We found a Gen 4 Evo with a solid engine. Pulled it from the tube frame, ready to drop into the C4. Quick test, fuel's spraying. Old seals, worn parts, but it runs. We're getting close. Swapped in new injector seals, hooked up power, and she fired right up. Then we pulled the engine. Next donor, an Outlander, our 4-wheel drive system source. Just an empty shell now. Everything's going to plan until the data came in. Our race car guy, Lightsinger, paused, deep in thought. We've hit a serious problem. Here's the problem. This front axle won't fit Generation 7, 8, or 9 Evo engines. Our Gen 4 engine's just too old. To upgrade, we need a different setup. But the current axle blocks the drive shaft. Now we're stuck, racking our brains for a fix. First step, weld a rotisserie to the frame to make mods easier. Then build a jig to lock in key angles. We're welding and grinding the new shock mounts, one step at a time. Then we strip the body down to bare metal, leaving just the outer skin. It's slow, it's tedious, but it matters. Out went the back seats, in went a blast-proof fuel tank. Even the trunk got reinforced with steel. We smoothed the welds clean and flush. The Outlander's four-wheel drive didn't match the engine, so we switched to the Evo drive shaft. But it needed adjusting. Took it apart, resized it, put it back together. Then came the mounts, custom made. As always, if we don't have the part, we build it ourselves, hands-on, all the way. We locked in the seat position, then dialed in the throttle pedal. Next, coated the frame in anti-rust epoxy. Protection comes first. Then came the skid plate, built to guard the underbody when the rally roads get rough. Time to build the roll cage. Bent from seamless steel tubes, our armor on the inside. Even if the car flips, the driver stays safe. But it's not just metal, it's carefully designed, with weld points tied to the shock towers, so every hard landing spreads the impact and protects the frame. Let's see how we bring it all together. The roll cage is up, rough build's done, now it's down to the details. Once it's dialed in, time for paint. Then we hit the road, from Hubei to Hebei, chasing a Gen 5 Evo engine. It's still in the car. Let's check it out and start tearing it down. Saw the headlights, already worried about the engine. Owner said it still runs. I started it before the new year. It's a Gen 5 Evo, once a rally king. Now just a shell. No wheels, nothing left. We brought a forklift. Made a deal. Take the engine, leave the car. Right on the roadside, we started pulling it out. Hold it, hold it. The car was heavier than expected. Almost lost it. But in the end, safe landing. After a full afternoon of work, we finally got the engine out. Now back to Wuhan. Time to test fit it in the C4. If the fit checks out, we'll rebuild the engine. It's been sitting for years. No idea what's inside. Fingers crossed. We cracked it open. Outside looked rough, but the inside, surprisingly clean. Pulled the camshaft. Things looked solid. So far, so good. Felt like we scored. Then we removed the head and saw the pistons. Something didn't feel right. The pistons were full of gunk. Scored cylinders. Bad news. Luckily, the block was still good, and we came prepared. A full forged rebuild kit. Crankshaft, rods, pistons, bearings, even the bolts, all forged. We tested valve clearances, dropped in the forged crank, then the bearings. One step closer to bringing this engine back stronger than ever. Even the bolts, forged, just like the rest. We dropped in the forged pistons and rods, then moved on to the head. Valves, rockers, camshaft, everything going back in, piece by piece. This engine's getting a second life, stronger than ever. The engine's finally taking shape. We sealed it up. Valve cover, oil strainer, bottom plate, done. Next, dual disc clutch, turbocharger, gearbox, intake manifold. With the rails in place, it's finally complete. The engine's ready. Time to drop it in. Our C4 just got a fresh coat of paint, frame and parts alike. We aligned the engine, installed the Evo MR diff, and fitted StopTech brakes. Oil lines in, holes pre-drilled, BBS wheels on for a quick test fit. It's finally coming together. We drilled and mounted the fuel line clips, then locked in the T-connector position. Lines ran clean through the engine bay. Next, custom strut tops, built to fit any future suspension upgrade and save work down the line. With those installed, we moved on to the Öhlins coilovers we sourced online. Step by step, it's all coming together. This setup's tuned for tarmac. Brakes and suspension built for grip. Later, we'll build another set for gravel. With the chassis done, we moved on to body panels. Simple stuff, just line it up right. Headlights went in, then the rear bumper, then the windshield. Last, the blast-proof fuel tank. She's really starting to look like a race car now. The blast-proof fuel tank keeps us safe when things get rough. Beside it, we mounted a fire extinguisher. Easy to swap, solid once locked in. With that done, we moved on to the AP Racing Master Cylinder and got the hydraulic tank installed. Next up, test fit everything in the C4. The custom pedal base, perfect fit. Let's bolt it all down. Seats in, quick to remove if there's no co-driver. Next, the race dash. Shows everything at a glance, mounted and ready for wiring. Our guy also built a custom panel. Short shifter, hydraulic handbrake, all in place. It's almost ready. The control panel's all in one. Hazards, wipers, fuel pump, horn, everything in one spot. The car's almost race ready. Next, engine piping, wiring, and reinforced coolant lines. We hooked up the turbo intercooler. Cooler air, better performance. Finally, welded the exhaust. Almost there. Exhaust done. We ran special oil lines for the cooler, then tackled the wiring mess just to get the engine to fire up. Wires everywhere, headache material. But our race guy, patient enough to sort it all. With the front harness cleaned up and everything connected, the lights and controls came to life. After all this work, we're almost there. Finally, the moment of truth. Fingers crossed, and she fired right up. Engine solid. We pulled the test exhaust, wrapped it in fireproof insulation. Getting race ready, step by step. We reinstalled the exhaust, then moved on to the final wiring. Painstaking work, but worth it. Everything clean, tight, and organized. Next up, the wrap. Car washed, ready for its racing livery. Of course, the C4 needed its iconic livery, a true tribute to the champion it once was. Took all day to wrap it, finished just as night fell. Then came the 6-point harness, locking the driver in place, built for real safety at real speed. Straps on, she's ready. Final steps, wheel alignment and weight check. Ideal target, 1,280 kilograms. Hours, 1,382. Not perfect, but good enough. Time for the first drive. Rally racing, a niche sport fueled by passion. It needs more people like you and me who truly love it. Like Zhang Qi said in Pegasus, give everything to what you love. And now, our Citroën C4 is alive. Test complete. 17P30. Watching the C4 roll down the road, what a feeling. The livery pops. It looks incredible. Next year, we're planning upgrades. This setup's made for tarmac, but rally means gravel too. So we'll prep. New wheels, tires, calipers, gravel-spec suspension, and reinforced front and rear subframes. This is just the beginning. We'll also be adding a sequential gearbox and a full standalone ECU. One fan even suggested we recreate Loeb's WRC livery, and we're already designing it. Next year, it'll all come together. Once this C4 hits the track, we believe it has what it takes to win.